Hey world, it's your girl Sunshine here. Today's video is a serious topic for me. I didn't even know how to make the video because it's a touchy subject in my life. But I decided to put it out there and let y'all know what's happened in my world. So Sunshine's world. But my little brother murdered my family. Craziest crap ever, man. He murdered my aunt and uncle, who was like my mom and dad. I miss them dearly, like, so RIP to them. This has been a crazy experience, and the reason why I'm putting it out there is everybody I tell has been like, oh my God, it's like a Lifetime video. You need to tell people about it, and it makes me feel better to get it out. So here it goes. Let's start out by he started acting weird. He was on drugs and he started acting weird. He got hit by a semi truck and he needed my help. So I came down from Georgia to Florida, quit my job and everything to help my little brother. And when I got here, I knew he was crazy as heck. He was just doing weird stuff, disconnecting everything in the house, saying people were watching him. He wasn't feeding his kids. He had 2 kids with him. He wasn't like feeding them. They weren't in school. So I swooped down here, got him in school, bought him a bunch of food, played with him, got him on a schedule, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with him. So I got up one morning off the couch, and he came in the house, hadn't been home all night, and he says, you tried to teach my kids how to kill. And I said, what? Your kid's been upstairs asleep the whole time. And before I could say anything else, he beat the living crap out of me. When I say the living crap, black eyes, swollen, face beaten, and he smashed my face into this ground, this tile. It was just crazy as heck. I ran. I didn't know what to do. I was beat up. All my stuff was in his house. I went next door, got a neighbor. The neighbor helped me call the police. When the police got there, I told them what happened. They tried to get me to pick my brother in a lineup on this little video camera they had on their car. But it was like 4 pictures, and they all looked like my brother in different years of his life. And I told them that. So they made me go in the house and get my belongings, which was just a bag. And they brought me back outside to my car. And my car smelled like weed because, I smoke. Well, I did. So they took my weed and let me go. And I thought maybe they were going to arrest my brother or something, but they didn't. They let him, they said because I couldn't pick him in a lineup, they decided not to arrest him. And they stole my weed. So good job, Orlando Police Department. I appreciate that. And I like my brand new computer back that y'all stole too. So that was like the beginning of the escapade of him going crazy. After that, he just roamed the streets for a while. He gave his kids up. His girlfriend left him, and he started roaming the streets. So he went to my aunt and uncle's house, and he asked them for help. He's like, can y'all help me? And they said no. He looked at them and said, so I'm going to kill y'all. I'm going to kill y'all. So, and the only reason why I know the whole story, y'all, is because finally, after he got sentenced in prison, which he got life for this, I asked him to tell me his side of the story. So this is like from my brother's point of view in the middle of the story when the murders happened, just to let y'all know. So this is crazy. This gets crazy, guys. So he kept calling me. I was living in a different city. I was renting actually a porch from someone, so I just couldn't at the time help him, and I told him that, but I would have loved to, and he knew that. But besides that, I'd helped him anytime he needed in life, needed a place to go. The reason why I'm telling you this part is because he said it's the reason why I didn't get murdered through all this, because I actually did help him. Yeah, so back to the main story. He goes he asked my aunt and uncle for help. They said no. He told me he was going to kill him. So he walked miles to a flea market, bought a gun because it's, you can bear arms in this state, in the state of Florida. Walked all the way home, and these are like at least, more than 2 miles. So he did have time to think. He went inside and he looked at my aunt. He walked to my aunt's room first. And he pointed the gun at her, and her last words were, oh shit. And he shot her. Then he decided to go to my uncle's room, and he walked in there, knocked on the door. My uncle answered the door, and my uncle said, "Please don't shoot." And my brother shot him, and it took off half his face. He was still alive. He couldn't say anything else. My brother decided he wanted to put him out of his misery, is the way he put it, so he shot him too. So this happened a few years ago. He just got sentenced to life in prison without parole, and I do agree with that because only because you can't just shoot people because they don't help you. You have to have a really good reason to shoot someone in this country to not be out of jail. And what if he decided to shoot other people because they didn't want to help him? He did say that he had a list of people he decided he was going to kill, and he was heading north from Florida to Georgia to go kill those other people. I'd prefer not to say their names, even though I know who they were. I just don't want them all in their feelings about this. But hey, he stopped at a church to ask for help. The church knew something was off. They called the police. The police came out, and the police told him if he didn't want to die to put the gun down, and he decided to put the gun down. So he is currently serving time in prison in Florida. I do speak to him. I did get on the phone with him, and I asked him if he thought he was going to hell. He said yes, and I said, Jesus didn't die for one of your sins. He died for all of them, so you do get to go to heaven with me. And he sighed with a big relief. He's upset because he's got to spend the rest of his life in prison, and prison is very boring unless you have stuff to do. So I've been sending him like Sudoku and things like that just to give him stuff to do. I told him I will definitely support him mentally through this, but I will not support him financially because I don't feel that he deserves that at the moment. So this has been a crazy thing for me. It feels good to let y'all know about it. I do tell people when I'm walking around or people ask me something about my family, I say my brother murdered them, and they say, oh my God. So yeah, real life story, man. I've had a crazy life. There's a lot more stories to come. I want to meet a lot of people. I want to have 1 million friends. So I'm creating these videos to let the world know who I am, man, and what I've been through, and entertain you. I love to entertain. That's what I do. So I really hope y'all enjoy this endeavor with me, and we have a great time. But yeah, I'm a little hurt about it. So, cause it hurts especially when the holidays come, because I just can't go to them and spend time with them. And, my aunt and I were very close. She was always there for me when I needed. So it is sad. My brother murdered my family, man. But I tell you what, I don't let it overcome my life. Like, I know that life changes and you're going to have some crazy ups and downs. So I just kind of go with the flow. And, the main thing for that is forgiveness, I guess. I just forgive them. But would I trust them in my house to not hurt people in my house? I know he won't hurt me, like kill me, but he already beat me up. So I wouldn't trust him in one of my houses again. Yeah, so that's it. I asked him, did he have remorse? And he said, that they didn't deserve to die. But he was very okay with the fact that he shot him. I don't blame video games, but I promise you, my brother spent a lot of his time growing up, because we were raised together, playing, video games where you shoot people. So his brain was programmed just to shoot. And he definitely had a lot of practice with that. So I do feel that he wouldn't have been so okay with shooting if he didn't learn through video games. So watch what your kids do and watch what they're playing, guys, and get their mind on something else productive. in society, so they won't grow up to be killers and just be okay with shooting, unless they're going to join the military, because we need your help, military. But yeah, so that's it. My brother murdered my family. My name's Anna B, but my friends and everyone else call me Sunshine. So I prefer Sunshine or Anna B. It just all depends the situation at the time. But I hope y'all have a great day, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks. Have a good day.